What's up, Jacob? What's up, Rocco?
What's up?
Lil Me.
Rocco, like this is why me and you have one of our biggest problems, man, is because you're not telling the truth.
Yeah, I am.
Rocco, listen, your mom and your ex both reached out to Buddy. They both said it. You can go back and you can watch the video I put out with your ex, and she says it on there. She reached out to Buddy, and then your mom. See, but this is why he leaves and he gets upset. And I'm not trying to yell at him. I'm just trying to put the truth out
No,
there.
I know. I was gonna let you guys both talk. I thought he was gonna go for a
I
second.
wasn't going to yell at him because it's your panel and I didn't want to run him off. But
No, you're being fair, man.
he's putting out this narrative that we got in contact with his family. We didn't. She's seen the video.
Well, I don't think. Okay, so regardless of it, like I don't think his mom sounded coerced in that. Like it didn't seem like she. That's what I was just saying to Rocco. Is I think she was genuinely sharing her feelings at the time. I said, regardless of if you're cool now, like
Yeah,
those seemed to be her genuine feelings at the time.
You see, he did last time. What he did is what he did this time. Before he contacted his mom, this time he took all his old videos down. So just like last time, before he contacted her and started getting her involved with it, all the old videos are down. Well, Helen's seen some of our videos, reached out to Buddy. Buddy explained to him what's happened because he tried to do this last time and say we were going after his kids. We weren't. And I'm telling everybody right now, if anybody is going after his kids, putting those stupid accounts on there with his kids, they need to stop. I asked everybody in Mama Payday's chat last night to report them. If anybody sees those accounts of his kids, report them. It's bullshit. Like this, we should not have to go after
I've
each other.
already told everybody over here that you guys don't mess with kids. Like I've always said that the little family doesn't do that. Like there's not a lot of things that they unite on, but that's one of the things they unite on unanimously.
Yeah, like how stupid would it be for me to put an autistic baby out there when my son's autistic himself? I mean, Jacob, my kids have been put out here. In Rocco's old chat 7 months ago, he was allowing people to go into his chat, doxing my kids, doxing my wife.
I told you about it. I'm the one that he was trying to share the pictures with me.
And he was allowing
I'm the one who saw him.
he was allowing that stuff. And even back then I was telling him not to do it, but get onto his mom stuff. His mom.
He got mad at me the other day. I don't know if you saw it. He got mad at me the other day because he was like, well, Lil Me just shared this video and I need some answers, Jake. I'm like, I told Lil Me what happened. You tried to share me some fucking pictures of his kids. Yeah. I don't know where you got them. I was like, I assumed it was fucking Servap.
Yeah, then he was lying about it, saying that he didn't know who it was. And then when I went over, I started listening back to the interview that we have with his mom and his ex. I specifically asked Rocco, hey, you told me you have pictures of my kids. Who gave it to you? And he told me who gave it. That Wild Bill guy gave it to him. So he knew who it was in that picture, and he tried to
Wild Bill, like it just sounds like a Servap name. Wild, like I was guessing like Wild Bill Hitchcock or something like that.
Yeah, Wild Bill Anti-Bullying Services. That's his name. The guy's name.
Oh, was it Anti-Bullying Services? Uh-huh. Because that's a bull intake. So it's a play on Servap, which I'm assuming it's this Servap guy because he's the only one that does. He'll do like dead people's relatives and shit.
Well,
and we have this troll that gets a little wild with a couple things. He bops around PWO chat. I'm thinking he's the one that's doing the kid stuff to Rocco.
Yeah, we have people on our side that do it too, and it could be them. It could be them over there trying to mess with us because like I'm trying to step away from all that drama shit on that side and try to build what I'm building here with Rocco. And there could be people coming in doing it just to mess up my content because they know I'm not going to put up out content of his baby girl. And I'm not going to put out him raging about it because I mean I would rage too if somebody put my kids inside there. I've grown a lot like thicker skin over the years because I mean they've talked about my wife, my kids, and now I know it's just them coming in wanting me to give that reaction. So if I don't even respond to it and just block them and don't even acknowledge that they're in the chat, it slows down and stops. Rocco pissed me off yesterday when that account came in there and he left that name in there, man. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, he like pinned it to the top. I'm like, why did you do that?
What are you doing?
Like, people can see it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Don't pin it. You're showing people like, God, you're just making an example fucking of
Rocco,
what not to.
I know you're watching, Rocco. Let me give you a little advice. Okay. And I told you I wouldn't give you no advice no more, but let me give you a little advice. When people come into your chat, with your mom's name or your ex's name or your kid's name, do not even acknowledge it. Just scroll down. Before you scroll down, go to that channel, subscribe to that channel, put it into your favorites. Because what a lot of trolls like to do is they like to change their fucking names, and you might catch them that way. And after that, block it. So that way you can follow the account, but they won't be able to come into your chat. And
that's fair advice. That's fair advice.
Do not give it any headway when they come in there. Do not. Like, make it funny. It's all I need.
Yeah, no, and Rocco, and don't do big fucking ooh gotcha. Like, don't even do like a big like slap the thing when you block them. Like, do it real subtle. Don't fucking address it at all, and just move on. It's like when somebody calls you a name and they can get you fucking triggered by it. They're gonna keep calling you that name if it works. Like, and you're showing them what works.
Yeah,
that's why I would say just avoid that whole fucking thing.
Getting back to his mom, he's lying about that. His mom, we knew that when he got on the phone call with his mom and he was cussing and screaming at her 7 months ago, she sent Buddy a message telling Buddy, hey, I'm going to call him right now. So we knew she was calling. That's why I was ready to screen record, because her whole goal was to get him so pissed off and to get him up on a panel with us so that way he could freak out like he did when we had Carrie on the panel. And then so that way him and her and Carrie both could call and have the two people call in saying this guy's going crazy, and they'll come and pick him up and put him in for a 72-hour hold. That's what they want.
That is a little wild. That is a little wild that you guys staged it. Like, I'm not saying you did or her or any whoever constructed that. That is a little wild.
Yeah, I had COVID at the time. I couldn't double check what was going on. I didn't get the message that, hey, that's what was going to go down. I didn't know it was going to go down until it started. And then little Steph smelled right through it. Hey, Wild Bill, I don't know what to tell you. That's what Rocco told me on that panel.
Yeah, I think it was that. No, I don't think it was that one. I think it was when because it was Wild Bill I don't think it was that one. Because there's a bowling services, and that's what it reminded me of. Bowling or Bullitt County services, or like there's a lot of those that go around. They're all attached kind of to one entity, but no, I don't think that's this person. That's not where.
Wild Bill, why I kind of believe Rocco is because it wasn't in one of his fit and rages. It wasn't in one of his streams that he does. It was up on my panel with his wife and his mom, and he was broken. He had his wife and his mom both screaming at him.
I remember he was answering questions perfectly. Like he wasn't.
So, yeah, I'm not saying he's lying or not. That's why I never accused you of it. That's why I always said that Rocco said that he gave it out. That's why I haven't tried to go after you or talk shit to you in chats, because I learned that when somebody says something, it could be a lie or they could be setting you up for something else. But I had to put that out there to prove that he knew who my kids were, because he was lying.
No, I don't mind anybody. I've always told everybody. I mean, I understand that, like, even my content on YouTube isn't just mine. Like, I don't own rights to it unless I go out and establish copyright on my stuff. That's just not how it works in the US on YouTube.
Will never report anybody with using any of my stuff unless, because look, if I'm up here running
publicity for me, I don't mind it.
If I'm up here running my mouth about somebody, they should have a right to rebuttal. And if they need to use my content to rebuttal, then they have a right. That's why. But I leave my lives up for 3 days. I usually take them down. If they don't get it by then that's on them. That's not my fault. I leave them up, and I usually take them down.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Bob, I don't know, bro. That's why I'm not accusing you. That's why I'm not accusing you out of my own mouth, saying Wild Bill did it, and that's why. You know what I mean? I'm just going by what Rocco said, and I
think I even asked him at the time, like where he got them, and I don't know if he ever told me, but that was before he stopped talking to me for a while, because he did stop talking to me for a while, and he like deleted all of our old messages. Like he goes back and retroactively like deletes any messages that he had ever sent to you. It's hard to remember, but yeah.
But yeah, to his mom, they wanted that done, and for him to call her up, and even in that live, man, she said Rocco was going to take you longer than a year to get this together. She straight up lied and said that Rocco was paying his stuff, doing this. Listen, Rocco is in the same position as he was 7 months ago. He's in this house on the internet talking about beating people up. We all see it. These past 3 weeks, like 60 to 70 hours a week, 12-hour shifts at one point. On the weekends, he was going live 12 hours off, and then a couple hours off, being 12 hours on, a couple hours off, 12 hours on. So how can she get on there and lie after getting on panel with us and telling us all these horrible things about him and how he's not seeing his kids to 7 months later, now he's this perfect dad. He sees them every weekend. He's doing all this stuff and then lying on us, telling we're bad people and we're destroying his life when she reached out and wanted us to do this. I mean, that's why I went after her. And it is what it is. She wants to insert herself, then she can get it too.
I just dropped a short the other day of one of my old lives, and it was when Jimmy Rizzo came on and Rocco was on. I think it was from about 7 months ago. And if anybody plays it, it'll look like long-haired Rocco saying the exact, like word for word, like nothing's changed. Like it's a 54-second clip of him saying the exact same thing that he was saying 7 months ago. Like it's the weirdest thing. You play them side by side.
Well,
The only difference is long hair.
You can see he rehearses what he says too. Whenever he was going back over my a couple of my videos I did, and I was talking, like he was mimicking what he was saying word for word, like talking it. So he's just sitting there rewatching it, and just trying to get this perfect story in his head and trying to remember, okay, what did I lie about here that I'm gonna say, and this and that. Just last night, a couple of days ago, he was screaming and yelling at Just Trey, saying he burnt all of his stuff. I burnt all your stuff. I burnt that shirt.
Yeah,
I burnt
and then
that
I saw him
sweater.
come on and
And this fool just with the sweater, I was like, holy shit. Holy shit.
I think I did hashtag Fowlers. Not all Fowlers have thorns or something like that, because I think his new album that he just dropped was Flowers Have Thorns Too or something like that. Trey just dropped a couple new albums.
Yeah,
first country album too.
But hey, brother, I'm sorry for jumping up here and running him off. I really wasn't trying to be mean to him. He always says he doesn't want to get on.
Oh no, you weren't being mean. You were being fair.
He always says I want to be screaming and yell at him. He doesn't want to be belittled. And I was just trying to give our side because he's lying about it.
I get you, man.
That's not the truth, and it is what it is, brother. But I'll be down in the chat watching. If he comes back, I'm gonna go finish up my dinner and stuff. I just heard him lying. I just had to jump up here and just give my side. But I appreciate you, brother.
Yep. Cheers, man.